American Rifleman Television presents I Have This Old Gun.
We're at the NRA National Gun Show in Houston, Texas, and Tony has brought us in a very handsome 1851 Colt Navy revolver. Tony, would you tell us your name and where you're from?
Sure. Tony South City, Houston, Texas, here with the U.S. Coast Guard.
Well, thanks, and I appreciate you bringing this in. Now, you found this gun kind of in an interesting way recently. Will you tell us where you bought it?
Sure. I was looking for an 1851 Navy. Got on the internet. I found one, bought it.
Yeah.
When it came home, I found some surprises.
You had a little surprise there when you cleaned up the gun. Tell us what you found on the gun's back strap.
The gun got home and I opened it up, cleaned it a little bit, and I found an inscription on the back.
Right here?
The gun, on the back strap.
Right here on the back strap. And what did the inscription read?
Presented to Major Thomas A. Smythe from the 1st Delaware Regiment from your beloved family.
And you didn't know anything about that when you bought the gun off the internet?
Not at all. It was a big surprise.
Very interesting. You were able to research Major Smythe. What did you find out about him?
He started as a major, 1st Delaware Regiment, moved all the way to Brigadier General, and he was in pretty much all the major battles, and he died as the last Union general during the Civil War on April 9, 1865.
And that is the day that the surrender was made at Appomattox Courthouse, and actually killed by Confederate sharpshooter, you said, on that very date. It's a very nice condition for a percussion Colt. The metal is very crisp. There's not a lot of finish left, but it has a good, honest patina on it. The cylinder roll scene is a very faint scene that's on most percussion Colt revolvers and tends to wear very fast, but your scene is still very sharp and crisp on it, along with the little British proof marks that would be on a London Colt. It is a lovely gun. Do you mind me asking what you paid for it at the internet auction?
I paid about $1,300.
$1,300. I think a nice Colt London Navy like this, even without the historical inscription, could easily retail in the $2,000, $2,500 range. So I think it was a good bargain even before you found the inscription. When you have a historically attributed gun such as this one, the value that you add for a history is a very subjective thing. Here we have the gun with the inscription, but we have no additional documentation that came with the gun. The fact that you discovered the inscription rather than it being promoted makes it seem as if that may be authentic. A gun such as this that had come down fully documented in the family with accompanying documents that explained who had owned it and what had happened with it and how it had been passed down in the family might sell at auction, particularly with a colorful history such as the last Union general killed in the Civil War, could sell in the $15,000 to $25,000 range, maybe even more. I think with the inscription by itself, without the additional documentation, I think the gun moves into the say $8,000 to $12,000 range as first a very nice Colt, and then also a gun with significant historical interest. Tony, thanks for your service, and thanks for bringing that in.
Thank you very
gun.
Much.